Got more intro than there is business. Good afternoon, and we'll call the meeting to order. We respectfully acknowledge that the Township of Algonquin Highlands is located on Treaty 20 Mississauga territory and in the traditional territory of the Mississauga and Chippewa nations, collectively known as the Williams Treaties First Nations. We also acknowledge a historical shared presence of other Indigenous nations throughout the area. We recognize these original inhabitants as the stewards of its lands and waters since time immemorial. The following meeting of the Committee of Adjustment is a public meeting to consider development proposals that do not comply with the provisions of the Township's comprehensive zoning bylaw. My name is Liz Danielson, and I'm the chair of the committee. I'd like to introduce the members of the committee today: John Rogers, public member, and Christine Sharp, public member. We're missing Councillor Richards today as she's out of town. In addition, we are joined by our planner, Sean O'Callaghan, and our chief building official, Greg Moore. Mr. O'Callaghan will provide a brief overview of each application, after which the applicant or their agent will have the opportunity to address the committee. Following this, anyone who wishes to speak to the application, either in support or against, will be given the opportunity to do so. The committee will then discuss the proposal and be given the opportunity to ask questions of both our planner and the applicant. The committee will then vote to grant, refuse, or defer the proposal. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? Hearing none, could I have a mover and a seconder to approve the agenda? And seconder, Christine.
Moved by John Rogers, seconded by Christine Sharp. Be it resolved, the Committee of Adjustment hereby approves as circulated the meeting agenda of May 26, 2023.
All in favor? That's carried. We have no minutes, so we'll see two sets of minutes at the next meeting. So we have one application for minor variance today by the Wilkinsons on Kawagama Lake. So if you'd like to give us your report, Sean.
This property is located at 1006 Chancellor Lane. The lands are zoned shoreline residential 2 and designated waterfront under the official plan. The property is approximately 0.25 acres in area with 41.7 meters of frontage on Kawagama Lake. Surrounding uses are generally shoreline residential, and the lands are currently developed with a dwelling, dock, sleeping cabin, privy, and 3 sheds. The owner is proposing to construct a 147 square foot 3-season porch on the front of the existing dwelling. The existing dwelling is currently set back 21.7 meters from the high water mark, and the proposed 3-season porch will be 18.6 meters from the high water mark. Existing site infrastructure, including the driveway, septic, backup generator, and access to the front of the dwelling, do limit the available building locations that would comply with the zoning bylaw. Therefore, the following minor variance is being requested, and that is from section 4.14.52 to permit a reduction in the required setback from the high water mark from 21.7 meters to 18.6 meters for the purpose of constructing a 147 square foot 3-season porch. Notice of the application was posted on the property, posted on the township website, circulated to property owners within 60 meters of the subject lands and to the Kawagama Lake Property Owners Association. No objections have been received. Staff are recommending approval with the following conditions. One, confirmation being provided from an Ontario land surveyor that the proposed porch is not located closer than 18.6 meters from the high water mark prior to any clearing, site alteration, or the issuance of a building permit. 2, that any on-site sewage system permits and reviews required by the township have been obtained and approved prior to the issuance of a building permit. And 3, that appropriate construction mitigation measures be implemented, which shall include the erection and maintenance of silt fencing between the proposed building and the shoreline.
Any questions for Sean? Hearing none, do we have the applicant on the line?
Oh, I'll try again. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Is there anything that you would like to add to Sean's report about the work that you'd like to do?
Just clarification on the Ontario Land Survey. We recently closed our SRA and had a land survey. Do we need to rehire, or is that adequate moving forward?
The survey you have should be adequate to fulfill that condition.
Okay, so we do
Okay.
not have to do that. Okay. And you mentioned septic. Could you please clarify that? We did have new septic installed, and I believe Greg has actually been out to the property as we had an issue early on when we purchased. And I know there was all the sign off on all the appropriate documents for septic being properly installed. It was Kevin McKay, I believe, done by the previous owner. So is that something that we need to readdress moving forward?
It's a standard condition we include whenever there's an addition being added to a building. In this case, being a 3-season porch, I'm not sure it would have any impact, but I'll defer to our chief building official.
Switch at the back.
Back.
Yeah, so in this case, I know what the condition that Sean is speaking to is standard, just that we would review a septic portion of it for every permit. In this case, to his point, it's a 3-season rooms, not a bedroom, or it's not going to impact the septic. So that would be something that we would not need to look at. But yeah, that's just a standard thing in the application, so.
Okay, perfect. So we can just say check, check, done. Okay, good. Thank you.
You've got quite a
don't
drive
believe-
into your place.
Isn't it great?
It's lovely.
It's great once you get there, but
Yeah.
you have the double roller coaster.
Yeah, we call it the roller coaster. You go up and down and up and down.
It's backing down to your neighbor's driveway. That was the interesting part.
Okay, because
Oh,
the gate was
shoot.
closed. here.
Yeah.
We've been away for the last few days.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've had issue with neighbors on the right being boat access only. And the previous owner had installed a gate and we didn't know why, but now we've learned why. So yes, we have it locked. A hydro has access, obviously, but or I guess Bell or whoever would need, but otherwise it's gated and locked when we're not there. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. It was
I
easy
know,
to
I
access.
think, I met John, right? I think we met you, right? Yeah. And then we had to come back to the city, unfortunately, but we'll be back on Tuesday. Yay. So we live there probably 7 to 8 months a year. So yeah, we absolutely love it.
Any questions for the applicant?
Yeah.
Well, then could I have a mover and a seconder to grant approval of the application? Moved by Christine, seconded by John.
I'll second the motion.
Moved by Christine Sharp, seconded by John Rogers, be it resolved, the Committee of Adjustment hereby grants minor variance application AHMV 1822 to seek relief from section 4.14.52 of the zoning bylaw to permit a reduction in the required setback from the high water mark from 21.7 meters to 18.6 meters for the purpose of constructing a 147 square foot 3-season porch. Conditional on one, that confirmation being provided from an Ontario land surveyor that the proposed porch is not located closer than 18.6 meters from the high water mark prior to any clearing or site alteration or the issuance of a building permit. 2, that any on-site sewage system permits and reviews required by the township have been obtained and approved prior to the issuance of a building permit. And 3, that appropriate construction mitigation measures be implemented, which shall include the erection and maintenance of silt fencing between the proposed building and the shoreline.
All in favor? That's carried. So your application has been approved. Just to be advised that there is a 20-day appeal period and not to start construction until after that time.
Okay, so I won't go off to Timber Mart and buy my supplies yet.
Good luck with your project.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
Have a great day and
You too. And that is that takes care of our business for today. Yeah, I gather that we do have a meeting in June. The dates for that, Sean?
The last Friday is June 30th. That works with everyone.
Yep. Okay. So could I have a motion to adjourn? Member Rogers. Second by Member Sharp.
Moved by John Rogers, second by Christine Sharp. Be it resolved, the Committee of Adjustment hereby adjourns its regular meeting at 1:10 PM.
All in favor? That may very well be the shortest Committee of Adjustment meeting we've ever had.